blaze that trail by yourself sometimes. You gotta create your own path. Your individual path. You can follow other people and listen to what they have to say and listen to their story. But ultimately, we gotta create our own path.
Wow, that sounds good in here.
Oh yeah?
I like this. I'm going to use this office more. This is Karen's office. We're coming to you live. What's up, Anthony?
Karen Monetti.
Here we are doing another live. It's a little bit later than normal. What's up, Facebook? Here we are.
Sorry, was in sessions all morning.
It's all good. We're gonna put just speaking personally with my process, getting back into this on a daily basis. It's going to be every day, Monday through Friday. Just got to figure out a time. It's going to be before noon. We're figuring out a time. I'm going through the process like I would go through a bodybuilding process. I'm figuring it all out. So stay tuned. But thanks for joining us. Here we are live talking about what, Karen?
So in a session today, I was reevaluating somebody's 12-week progress, and the member is doing really great, like hitting macros and being pretty consistent in the nutrition area, hitting his workouts. And you know, the question was, what are you most challenged with? And he said, not seeing results fast enough. So my question was, well, how do you push past and stay on the train, right, while you're not seeing results as fast as you want? Like, what keeps you moving when you don't feel that your efforts are being rewarded as quickly?
Great question.
Yeah.
So how'd you answer? And I'll
Well,
chime in.
it was a loaded question. It was a loaded answer, I should say. So one of the things I said is, you know, it's at those moments when you feel like failing and giving up and saying, you know what, I'm doing everything I can, the scale's not moving, I just don't feel it. I was like, well, where do you feel it? So how about you reevaluate other situations and not just focus on a number on the scale? Has your strength in the gym increased? Has your flexibility increased? Do you feel more endurance in your workouts? Are you sleeping better, right? Are your clothes fitting a little bit better? So there's one way to overcome the, I don't feel results as fast as I want. How about we stop looking at the scale and look at other factors of our lives? Are we seeing a benefit anywhere else from all the work we're doing right now? So that was the one thing we talked about.
I would like to add on to that, you know, I get it. We expect results as soon as we put the work in, and that's something I think overall, I think the American way is quick results. And if I do this, I get that. If I do this, I get that. Maybe I'm just spoiled from being in the bodybuilding space and knowing that if I want to compete in, you know, 2022, that my training starts now, and the results that I want aren't going to happen until 2022. So kind of like the instant gratification and our efforts aren't really directly related to, or the results aren't directly related to what we're doing right now. And that's why I say the process of getting there is really where the magic happens. What are you doing on a daily basis? What does your morning routine look like? What does your meal plan look like? What does your sleep time routine look like? What do your workouts look like? And not relating like every week expecting a result. We also get spoiled, right? In the beginning of our weight loss journey, or beginning of anything really, we get fast results. If you just started working out, if you just started a wellness or a weight loss program, you're going to see results very quick. And then you're like, ooh, yeah. Then you get the dopamine hit every time you jump on the scale. You wait for that scale to go down, or you wait for that result. Okay, so if I go to work every day, I'm going to get a paycheck at the end of every day. No, it doesn't work that way. You got to put the result, you got to put the time in, just like anything else. And detach yourself from the expectations of what that work is going to get you. Now, if you just kind of like get in the zone, so to speak, and just go through the process and have patience and do the reps. You know, like, hey, Aunt, I want to get muscle. I want to build muscle. I want to look like you. Okay. 12 weeks later, Aunt, I don't have muscle. Well, no shit, I've been doing it 30 years. So all these things that we expect results from right away, it kind of like, and that oftentimes, Karen, would you not agree that deters people? Like, oh, I'm doing everything. Well, are you really doing everything? Or are you just doing what you think that you should be doing to get the results? Right? So these are just some mindset things that we should be, paying more close attention to, and figuring out, what it is that we really want and what's the process of us getting there, and then just focusing on doing the reps and having patience, man. That's why it's the last on the list here. This is great that it's in the background here that we're talking about this, because this process is never easy. I want to buy an island. I want to buy a property in Barbados so I could retire there. Me and Karen could chase each other around on the beach. That's what I want to do. Now, in order for me to do that, I need a lot of money. I'm in business 10 years. How come I can't buy an island yet, Karen?
Oh, don't get started on that
because
one.
it's not going to happen. You got to do the reps. You got to put the time in, and that's really like a simple, my no BS simple answer. Anything you want to add to that, Karen?
Yeah, there's a lot more you can add to that. I
Go for
also
it.
talked about, also maybe setting different types of goals throughout the process to keep you moving along and not just looking at that end result, right? I want to lose 50 pounds. I've been on program for 8 weeks and I'm only down 8 pounds. This isn't working as fast as I want. I think we have a problem in our society of instant gratification world that we live in, where you want something, you order it, it's there in a half hour, right?
Did you just repeat the same thing I said differently?
No, kind of, maybe, but what I did say though is set small goals to get there, right? We can't just press a button and be there. How about instead of just looking at 50 pounds as your goal and the end result, let's say, well, what can I set this week as a mini goal and start accomplishing that? Because I think if we set small little mini goals throughout and then we start accomplishing it, we'll want more of that. We'll want more of that. And it'll keep us moving like, oh, well, if I hit goal 1, it's going to bring me closer to the long-term goal, right? So 1, 2, 3, you just keep setting small goals to keep you on the path to get there. And it ultimately comes down to, like Anthony said, like, it's never going to happen right away. You have to be willing to put the work in, and you have to be willing to do the stuff that sucks in order to get there. If this was easy, if we could just click a button, we would all be millionaire fitness models running around the world.
And we'd all have abs and $1 million.
And it's never gonna happen, right? So it's that constant work, and when you're not seeing results quick enough, I promise if you give up right there and then, you're gonna revert right back to where you were. So where does that really get you? Nowhere, because you have to lose the same amount of weight again and restart that engine. So if you just stick to it and have your discipline and create a new structure, and you just push past those times where you really want to give up, that is when you'll see the best results. I talked to him about that story, when there was a guy who was digging for gold and digging for gold and digging for gold, and he wasn't getting gold, and eventually said, there's no gold here, I give up. And then the next person comes in, and tink, 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 a foot later, they struck gold. If that guy never quit, he would have gotten to the gold. And that's sometimes frustrating because you don't know when that time is, right? When are you going to strike your gold? You don't know. So you just have to keep working until you get there. And then when you get there, you got to keep working to stay there, right?
Don't break down when you're about to break through and you don't know when you're going to break through. You got to keep on pushing. And that's what makes it a project. It's always going on. That's period, that's the end. Now, that may distract people and that may discourage a lot of people. And I think that's why we do live in a society where there's people jumping around from diets to diets to diets to diets, right? So if you were to stick with one, chances are that one diet would probably work, but it's probably not sustainable, so then you jump to something else. Or you're bored. We can probably just list like 9 things or reasons why. We can probably solve the world, Karen, in nine sentences. And I think that is the major game changer with you seeing results, expecting results, and doing it because you love it. Like if you want to get healthy, you want to lose weight. Why are you trying to lose weight? Why are you trying to get healthy? Oh, I want to lose weight because I want to have more. I want to be more active with my kids. Okay, perfect. So as you start losing weight, you get more healthier, and you start to be more active with your kids. Fall in love with that process of doing the work to get you there. And that's where I think a lot of people, get disconnected from their actual goal. They never really get to their goal. It's a shame because they keep on trying different things. Trust me, I have my issues with ADD and kind of like shiny object. I'm like a squirrel, right? I see stuff and I want to bounce. I want to try all the new, marketing things. I want to be on here. I want to be on there. So I get it, right? But right now I'm trying to consolidate all my media so I can do and have a program and have a process for it because I enjoy it. But when I'm all over the place bouncing around, you never know. You're never going to know what really works, right? So stick to it. Follow the plan, do it because you love it, and believe in yourself, trust the process, practice patience.
Hi, everyone.
It's Friday, and we're about to do big things here in Somerville, New Jersey. Believe in yourself. One more time, Karen, sing it. Bring it.
Trust the process.
No, what's the first? Start it off first.
You just said believe in yourself.
Yeah, but I want you to say the
Believe in yourself. Trust the process. And practice patience.